Mrs. Wages. Hey everybody, welcome to the Hamakua Homestead. If you're new here, my name is Tiffany, and today we are water bath canning. Today we are water bath canning a Mrs. Wages tomato soup. If you remember, back a little while ago, we did a collaboration that was all about Mrs. Wages packets. And let me tell you, if you haven't seen those videos, go back and watch them. They're amazing. Having said that, I have a bunch of tomato soup packets that I have not used. In fact, I haven't tried the tomato soup ever. So today is the day. I doubled the recipe today, but I'm going to read out to you the ingredients for one packet of Mrs. Wages tomato soup. You're gonna start off with 3.5 pounds of tomatoes. It's going to make your life a lot easier if you score the bottom. Just put a little X on the bottom of the skin. Then go ahead and put your tomatoes into hot water to scald them. You're gonna do this for about 3 minutes. Once you see the skins starting to peel off in the hot water, go ahead and transfer them into an ice bath. This is going to shock the skins and make it a lot easier for you to just peel those right off. Peel those right off. Peel them right off. Yeah. Go ahead and slip the skins off and remove the cores. I just realized that this package says to I just realized that this packet says that you're supposed to chop up your tomatoes. Yeah, I didn't do that. Put your tomatoes into a blender and puree. With your 3.5 pounds of tomatoes, you should get roughly 7 cups of tomato puree. Those measurements worked out pretty well for me. Go ahead and combine your tomato puree, your Mrs. Wages packet, six and a half cups of water. Bring this up to a boil and then reduce the heat, simmering it for 10 minutes. Now you can go ahead and eat this soup right now, you can freeze it, or you can can it, which is what we are doing today. One packet of Mrs. Wages will yield about 6 pints of tomato soup. All right, it is time for a taste test. This was simmering for 10 minutes after it came to a boil and we brought the temperature down. That's interesting. That's very different. I like it though. It's not really like any tomato soup I've ever tasted before. I think my kid will still like it. Okay, let's get these jarred up. Now that you've filled it up to 1/2 inch of headspace on each jar, but we are going to go ahead and wipe our rims with vinegar. Make sure that it's nice and clean so we can get a good seal on each of our jars. Go ahead and put your lids on there. Put your rings on fingertip tight. Be careful, it's hot. Then go ahead and pop them into your water bath canner. Okay, so now that we are all buttoned up in our canner, we're gonna wait for it to come to a full rolling boil, and then we're gonna set our timer for 40 minutes. I ended up with 12 pint jars, and that's about what the recipe was saying I was going to. Set a timer for 3:30. It's been 40 minutes. We turn off the heat, and we're just gonna go ahead and open the lid. You can take it all the way off, you can crack it, but just go ahead and wait 5 to 10 minutes. Don't take them out right away. And that's all there is to it. So now we have 12 pint jars of our beautiful tomato soup to put up on the pantry shelf. I love Mrs. Wages packets. Now that we have our jars out of the canner, we're going to leave them on the counter for about 24 hours to make sure that the seals are nice and set. But at that time, you can go ahead and test your lids, make sure that they're on there tight. If one of them misses, then go ahead and just pop that in the fridge and eat it within the next few days. And for all the ones that are sealed, which hopefully all of them are, go ahead and wash your jars, label them, and put them on the shelf. Making tomato soup is so easy. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Hamakua Homestead. I'll see you again soon. Tomato soup. Tomato soup.